Hey guys, so in today's video, I want to talk about elevating your success. When it comes to elevating your success, the main two things is your mental drive. That's number one. And number two is strategic thinking, okay? So those two things are extremely important when you're trying to elevate your entrepreneurship, your whatever you are doing in life, when it comes to promotion, when it comes to levels, when it comes to becoming more successful each and every day in elevating whatever brand that you're promoting and whatever job that you're in. It doesn't matter if it's a lower end or a higher end. If you're going to elevate and keep on elevating, you have to, first off, not give up. Never give up no matter what. You can take 1,000,000 losses. It doesn't matter. The harder you get hit, the harder that you're going to actually increase your mental drive. Your mental drive is going to spark up and rise up even more because of the fact that you know that if you keep on going, those cracks, they're not going to create a crumble to the point where it's going to dissolve. You're going to put those back like Humpty Dumpty, right? And you're going to elevate and become even more successful. So the mental drive really is, confidence. Confidence in yourself, confidence in life, in knowing that you can do it. You have no fear and you can keep on going because nothing can stop you, right? So confidence is huge, and realizing that even though it can be hard and there's going to be pit stops and there's going to be backtracks and there's going to be things that try to pull you back, at the end of the day, if you have strong faith, if you have a family that supports you and you have friends that love you, and you believe in yourself, okay? You don't just give up on yourself. You believe in yourself. A lot of people give up too easily, and that's the problem with today's world. They give up way too easily, and when they give up, not only is it a sign of weakness, but people love to hop on that. They love to jump on that and realize that you're weak. So because of that, you become weaker and weaker. It just gets worse and worse from there. So you have to realize that you are capable of doing excellent things. So the mental drive is all about confidence, having no fear, no worry, and never giving up. No matter how many times you fall down, no matter how many times you take an L, you keep on going and keep on pushing. So that's a big one right there. The mental drive and the focus and the confidence. And strategic thinking. You got to always think outside the box. You can't be always thinking of the same old things, Routine is important when it comes to health, of course. But when it comes to becoming more successful and trying to be different and unique and trying to change things, you have to think outside the box. We got to be creative with it. We got to brainstorm, jot these ideas down, and realize that from those ideas, you can spark something that is so new and so different. And that is how the biggest things in the world became huge. Multi-billion-dollar businesses and corporations and organizations have become huge because of the fact that they thought outside the box. They're different, You have to have your own unique lane. You can't be a robot and do the same shit that everybody else is doing, because if that's the case, then you're not going to go anywhere. You have to be different, okay? Now, when it comes to the science, of course, of health and fitness, that is, there are steps. There are steps to try to accomplish. There are goals. But if you think outside the box, always changing your routines, always doing different things, always doing research, always trying to figure out, I know that this is healthy, but this is healthier. I know that this is good for fitness, but this is even better. This works for my body, but it doesn't work for yours. Remember, people's bodies, they're the same in a way when it comes to nutrition and when it comes to movement, but different movements and different foods help different people. Of course, if it's healthy, then yes, you're going to get good benefits and positive benefits. But if it's not healthy, then yeah, shit's going to be going the opposite direction. So We got to always be strategic. We got to be smart with when it comes to businesses, when it comes to life itself. And you don't want to be the same person as the guy above you or the guy below you. You want to be unique in your own box, okay? You want to, I get it. The person above you, as in your boss, or the person below you, you are that person's boss. They work for you. In order for you to stand out, you got to do things that is not like either of them. You have to do things that is your way and your way only, and go with it. Go with it 100%. And if it doesn't work, then change it. Switch it up. Well, if it's not working, then it's not working. So switch it up until it works. Never give up. So, yeah, gotta always jot down ideas when things are coming freestyling, right? Off the dome, write it down and try to always do new things. Switch things up. Life's too short to be, following a certain path to the point where everybody has to be exactly the same. Now, of course, what I mean by that is not, you have to be so different to the point where, you're causing controversy and you're causing, negativity and bullshit. No, I'm saying, of course, if you have your own lane and you're strategic and you're smart about it, you'll do it in a positive manner, But if everybody in life was exactly the same, did exactly the same things, then people would be confused. Because, of course, everybody should live a positive, healthy, happy life. That's not what I'm saying. Everybody should live that way. Everybody should live in a way of faith and happiness and love and joy. And everybody, I wish, was a very healthy and fit and feels good and looks good. Of course, I wish that on everybody. But what I mean by that is what you do to get to that point. Be creative and do things that work best for you and be unique and stand out, Don't be like the same other people. Don't be always like, oh, I got to do it that way because it worked for him. It might not work for you. So that's what I'm trying to say, guys. Okay? Path of happiness and health, of course, everybody should live that way. I wish everybody in the whole world, everybody in this entire planet lived like that. But what I'm saying is when it comes to the jobs, when it comes to working, when it comes to being an entrepreneur, when it comes to being your own boss, or just trying to elevate your success in general, got to stand out and be unique. Got to be different, So that's what I got to say in today's video. And remember, let's stay active and get kinetic.